Oh my gosh, this is why I can't do shit. But it's okay, you could tell. But we got Calamity Season 6. We got the finale of NA League 3. We got AMD versus SLADE here. I got a new person y'all haven't heard before, but he is a streamer. I'll make sure you can also post your stream and everything. That's A-okay. I got Call of Halo, but he goes by something else. I think it's what? Something Hetzer on Twitch.
Uh, oh, it changes every day of the week. Uh, Halo works for here though.
I got you, man. And just for a quick little shout out here before we get into this last NA League 3 here, the game here. Let's go to promo. We do have another tournament coming up here. It is sponsored by the WCL again, and this is ELT. Starts June 22nd. Here's a good promo they got going on for y'all. Do you have anything to say about this new tournament upcoming?
I actually haven't seen a whole lot on it.
I got you. So
Um,
it
I,
is tier 8. Um, it was kind of brought back because ELT's helping with them, but it used to be the tier 8 tournament that Wargaming did, was it a year ago, 2 years ago, it feels like?
hmm,
So, banned a couple overpowered premium tanks that keep like the tanks that are like stupid good but not broken, like a limit of one. So I think it's pretty balanced here. So going to be interested to see. And I believe, let me knock on wood, Immortals is coming back for this one. And we'll see how this one plays out here. But again, this is going on forward. I'm getting messages from, let's see, map rotation. I might have to get a moderator in here, I thought it said.
it's like it might be.
Yeah, they're already pinging someone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
looks
so
like
they,
we're getting
they're
a
they're
paper call
figuring out.
now.
Like I said, that guy was messaging me. But carry on from there. So again, big thanks for WCL for helping me get into the streaming. Again, I do this all for fun, and it just helps that you can get everything going. And going into this game, I've seen a couple of these people before. Red Knight I've seen before. Let's see, Valkyrie Slayer, I've seen the Cable guy, know him. Let's see, from Slade here. Anyone else? It looks like they got a couple new people here that I don't really know. I know Mayhem, Goku, and Red Chance. Oh, and Sticky Buds. I know him. So, I've seen some familiar faces here. It's good to see, they're still up and going on the NA comp.
Oh yeah, a lot of these guys have been kind of around and getting after it in the intermediate leagues forever. It feels like.
Yeah, interesting to see that they both, Slade was in the bottom bracket here. They won 6-2 versus, I think, AMDX, if I remember right. I don't remember exactly what happened. Let me go back and just look at it real quick. Yeah, so they beat AMDX 6-2, but AMD beat SW 6-2, so they both going up 6-2. So going into this finale, I should expect it to be a back and forth battle. That's what I like to see. That's what I hope, at
Yeah.
least.
Hopefully, we got something fun to talk about here.
Yeah, so right now, just we are now, I believe, almost live. So again, if you're just now tuning in, we are still in a 5 minute delay, and they're going over some rules and or bans how the map pool is played. So I will type this and pin it. It looks like Mouse and the Sturve, Cliff, and I can't see the other map.
Yes.
Is it Steps? Yes.
Man, seeing the mouse get banned in a comp tournament is always a wild one to me. It seems like it's kind of an off pick at best most seasons, but having it be a band tank is definitely an interesting choice here.
I yeah, I think just people wanting to like I don't really know how I want to see. Like, this is my first time doing a League 3, I believe. And a lot of these teams I've seen even on League Two like to fire on the move, and you can't really do that versus a mouse. So it's probably like a hey, I can't fire on the move versus this tank, and there's not a lot of punish, but he can punish me when I'm pushing. So I don't really know, but we'll see how that one plays out for both of these teams here. No mouses.
I mean, it's a really nice anchor. You're able to kind of send it off by itself, and it takes a long time to kill with that health pool. I mean, especially with kind of the DPM changes they had
All
on a
right,
lot
so
of
let's
tanks.
do
I mean,
that, and let's pin that. There we go. Okay, so I think they're still figuring out. I'm still getting messages.
it looks like we have a little bit of miscommunication here.
Yeah, just a little bit, but that's why we do a 5 minute ban, and that's why I haven't posted up the lobby yet, just to make sure we keep it fair and square. All right, so making sure, so Cliff and the steps are gone, so we will be seeing Miro, Westfield, Ghost Town, the Mines, Proc, and Arctic Region. I'm glad
Oh
Arctic Region is last.
man, I could not imagine. I That's one map I never enjoyed playing at all.
Yeah, like I understand it's kind of one of those things if you can catch people off guard, you do really good on, but most of the time it's like, all right, I'm gonna push the bottom side. Can you shoot whatever tank's going into the ice? Can you punish that? Oh, if not, all right, we're going top side.
Yeah, it kind of gets boring at a certain point, right? It reminds me a lot of Westfield. Both of those maps just not
Oh,
being.
Westfield, I don't know, man. It's a hit or miss. If I love a big old fight at freaking C2, give me the freaking hill fight. Just duke it out. Best team wins.
Man, the only thing with it is it just seems like you get hull down heavy, and then he just kind of lives there for a long time. And do you want to bleed the HP as you push him out? Wherever you get kind of a south push to be able to put a pincer on that, it definitely creates some interesting
Excuse me.
interactions. I think late game it's pretty fun, but man, just starting out, it's a hard map to really get wrapped around.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, I like Westfield being an open map, and you got so many options to have that map kind of play out, but it kind of just plays out by itself. The defending team either goes hill or they hold one or the K line, and then they say, "All right, push into us. I dare you."
It is a very, very stagnant map. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Sand River, but Sand River at least has a little bit more flexibility into it, just because you're able to do that northern YOLO push, and it's
Yeah, I would
really
say,
dangerous.
especially with when I'll accept Calamity, I will say Calamity you get a lot more punishable tanks because the Wargaming tournament that's I think it finally ended. I want to say it did end, knock on wood. But they banned like the Chieftains, they banned a couple other tanks. E5s I think were banned. So like the big DPM punished tanks, same thing with the big TDs. You know, a tank get caught off guard gets instantly deleted in Calamity because you still have those big TD alphas. So you got one Chieftain, one E5 you can bring, and one E6. So you can bring out a lot of damage. But that's the other bad thing about it now is now people expect it. Going into Calamity is like, oh, we used to play this way, now you gotta go the other way. Now you're going to best of 13, so what is that? Best of 8? No, best of 7. What am I saying? First of 7.
Yeah.
So
I
this is
mean,
gonna be a
once you start
long
getting
match.
first to seven, you got to change up your strategies a lot as well. You can't just run, raw aggression the whole time, or else you're just going to get kind of stomped out. It's at the point where you really need to have a variety of strats that you're able to reach into.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I wanted to see with a little bit of other calamities. Like, hey, if you're rushing a little bit and you're losing, like, hey, let's change it up and slow it down a pace to see if that works. And that's kind of what I expect with these. For being a best of 7, that's kind of what I like to hear. Like, hey, we're learning from them, how they play style, and then we go from there. Even though these teams have fought each other, I need to find out if you can still look at that and who won. Let me see. When was this? I think this is it right here. Visit site. Let's quickly go to it. Log. So AMD did beat Slade. Okay. And it
Do
looks
you have
like
the final score from that one?
I do not. They do not tell me on that one.
It's a secret anyway. Looks
All
like we
right.
got a pretty interesting lineup here that being put out from the AMD side. A lot of tanks that you don't conventionally would see on Maravanka.
Yeah, this is, but it is Miro, and they are in defense. So, I mean, putting them on F2 or even F1, that can work. But looking at Slate's push, triple IS7, Skrill, Valor, Chieftain, Lair Leopard 1, I mean, we're off and rolling. Going into game one. All right, I'll
All
read
good.
AMD if you want to read Slade.
All right, works for me.
I got you. From AMD side, we have a Panzer 7, the VK72K, double machines, Object 260, and an IS7 with the T100 LT.
Over on the Slade side, we have Bugsy and the Chieftain Mark 6, Project Phantom and the Valor, Mr. Squish and the IS-7, along with Red Knight and Mitsubishi, Indian, what's that? Woj? I can't read. And the Leopard 1 and a Grill 15. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, I tell everyone beforehand, like, if I have to read that, whenever it's, fair game, I'm gonna say, sorry, you can correct me later.
Yeah,
So
I've seen my
just,
Discord name. I understand it.
I mean, just looking out, we have the T100 already spawned the Leopard 1, so that's good information from AMD, like, hey, there is a medium, but if you're looking already, Slay is going straight in. Looks like IS-7s are pushing in. They got the Chieftain. He's probably going to hold there. If I'm not Chieftain, I am going to hold there, but they do spot the IS-7, so now they know, oh, crap, it is going to be an A
Early
play.
bleed from the T100 LT there.
All right, here it comes. Double IS-7s does get a shot from the 260. Really good shot by him. Does the BK get a good heat shell in? Let's see. He is pushing, gets tracked, so no damage there. So that's good for the VK.
Machine's pushing up, getting aggressive, pushing
And
out
he
that
does
leopard.
bounce
Let's
to
see
the
if they're going to
I-7,
be
so that
getting
is
side
bad.
shots into that base.
Yep, so Leopard is getting pushed out here. LT takes one from the Valor. Good show by him. But here comes the push. 260 gets a lot of damage into himself, going down to a possible two-shot. Gets taken out. Really good show by Bugsy the Cat here. And now it's a 3-on-3 here. Rugby down
Big
to
fire
1,000.
on Mr. Squish there.
Yeah, Mr. Squish is on fire. That's going to be really big for, let's see, that is AMD. Let's see, health is slightly towards Slade here.
Well, they still got a overmatch on Slade as well, so we still got a lot of.
Like I said, AMD
It's
does
definitely
have double
biasing.
machines. Is kind of out of this fight. So right now, uh, Slade is in that. What am I trying to say? That advantage point right now. Red
Mhm.
Knight down to a one-shot. Really good shell by AMD there. Rugby. All right, Panzer 7, Mr. Bubbly. Probably about to kill. He does kill the IS-7. Good shell by him. So now we are. Most of AMD's health is the machines though. So this is going to be really bad for AMD if they try to kill these machines on reload here.
I mean,
Mr.
there's a
Squish
lot
goes
of
down.
tanks kind of low health here, so that's a little bit concerning when you got two machines coming
I'm
in.
gonna say, yeah, it's already down to 1,000 hit point differential closely. Machine does take one from the Chieftain. I7. Ooh, Mitsubishi going down.
Goku getting good use out of that clip there, but he is now on reload.
Let's see, other machine is almost off of reload here. Down to a one-shot. Really good pin going in. He does take him out. That's a good damage. So does Mr. Bubbly. And looks like Slade is going to take the first game here. Goku down to a one-shot. Looks like it's going to be the Chieftain. Actually, the Grill 15 from the back. Good game out of Slade here.
Early on, really taking good advantage of that overmatch they had.
Yes, they did. All right, going to the scoreboard here. From AMD, we got Rugby and IS-7, 2,800. A little bit of assist there. My bubble, sorry, called him Bubbly. Panzer 7, 2 kills, 2500, just dropped 26. Good game out of him. Watch for Mayhem, Machine, 2400. Goku and the Machine, 1 kill, just shy of 2k. Red Chance and Object, 26911 with 102 assist. Watch for Reddick, T100 LT. You know, he was kind of the first one in and the first one out, unfortunate for him. And then Saucer and the VK72 for 235 and 690 assist.
Got it. Indian and the Leopard 1 with 2 kills and almost 3,000 damage. Big game out of him. Bugsy the Cat in the Chieftain Mark 6 with 2 kills, almost 2,900 damage, and almost 600 assists. You have the Grill 15 putting up 2 kills as well, 2,800 damage. Project Phantom in the Valor with 1 kill and 2,400 damage. Mr. Squish in the IS-7 with 2,300 damage. Mitsubishi in the IS-7 with 25 or 1,500 damage. Sorry, and Red Knight in the IS-7 with 600 damage. Really, kind of making use out of that sacrificial lamb IS-7 push that's so
I mean,
popular on Murrow.
yeah, it's just like they really abused the IS-7s there. Like even them getting out pretty much 4K before dying, that's really good because that kills roughly a tank, almost two, depending on what tank, right? 4K. So that's really good out of
Absolutely.
the IS-7s. And then the Lucky Fire from AMD kind of brought them back. You know, it was only 1,000 hit points differential, but by then AMD only had so many tanks, right? One of them was a Panzer 7, right? You know, that's a 10-second reload. That's or 11 now. I don't know what it is now. So I would say
I mean, that,
I think if they just brought instead of a Panzer 7, like IS-7s or even a Chieftain, I think these players would do or AMD had a better shot of defending that cap circle there.
yeah, I mean, kind of at a certain point, are you getting too cute with it, right? I understand having two machines to be able to go take out that, eastern half of the map. But the problem is, if you're not able to whip those in and just kind of say, I don't care about that leopard and be able to get side farm on tanks, then, I mean, realistically, you just took two tanks out of the game completely. And that's whenever you're playing with a T100 as well. So, I mean, it really kind of eliminated a lot of the power that they had by having those machines in a position where they could rotate.
I think the play was good by them. Like, don't get me wrong. I just think they should have did it like possibly a minute earlier. Like if those not chieftains, the machines were in that fight when the IS-7s were like both clippable, they have no one in the cap circle. They can just kind of back off.
Absolutely. They once they saw everybody coming over that ridge, they should have ignored that leopard as a whole and then immediately collapsed in. There's no way that you're able to kind of win that fight otherwise.
Yeah, and then going on attack for AMD, you know, trying to swap the tactics here. You know, I'm seeing double I7, that's good, but then I'm getting alerted already. Where are you gonna put E100s?
Man, with the double T57 heavy, it seems like we're gonna get another meatball strat, kind of similar to what we saw Slade run last round. But the question is, are these tanks fast enough to actually be able to really get in there and do the damage like what we saw Slade do?
Yeah, that's what if I'm Slade here, and I'm realizing like every single one of their tanks are heavy except the light tank, right? I'm saying, hey, go A, right? Other than you can, do they have a light tank? They have a leopard. Like you keep the leopard back just in case they have the T100 sneak on the B cap, and you know you're slow and you can't spot them trying to do like a sneaky cap play. But if I'm Slade, I'm like, oh yeah, they're going A, and you just cover A as best as you can.
I mean, if you're able to swing that grill and leopard out wide and be able to get shots along that echo line, that's really going to be a big, powerful play for you.
Yeah, I mean the only tank that I see could possibly is probably the Leopard and the Grill. I think would be the best tanks to do it because they're fast enough, and
Mm.
you know if they get pushed out somehow by the T100, they can at least go back.
I mean, at a certain point, if you get pushed out by the T100, both of those tanks, you kind of have concerns, don't you?
I mean, don't get me wrong, but like the chances are, unless the Leopard gets really, really frisky, because I'm looking at lineup anyway, right? You know, the fastest tank they have is the T100 LT, and the second fastest tank is the IS-7. You already know where they're going.
Oh, yeah. I mean, realistically speaking, The E100s, I'm curious how they're going to play those. I mean, essentially, they're just going to be used as E4s in my mind, anyway. I mean,
Yeah, I would probably place one at the house at E1, but then the corner at E1 as well. Like anyone that pushes out, just about to take a E100 750 heat shell, and we are off. All right, Slade going up 1-0. All right, and from Slade we got a Chieftain, a Valor, an E5, double I7, Leopard 1, and then a Grill 15.
then over on the AMD side, we have double E100, double T57 Heavy, double IS7, and T100 LT.
To be honest, did I say I was doing AMD?
We'll just keep whichever side is
I said I just saw left
defending or
side.
attacking, split it down.
I literally was just like, wait a minute. All right, and already just going straight towards it. Looks like exactly what I thought was going to happen. T100 just going to spot the 9 line, and then everyone else going to be an A play.
I really
Hey,
don't hate having the grill push out to the, that one line, but at the same time, you just got to make sure that gun is in the fight. I mean, it's going to be hard for him to be able to contest a T100, so I understand the sentiment. Wow, even bringing the IS-7 out wide is a concerning play on part of the Slade there. I really don't know if I would do that personally. I mean, this Leopard and IS-7 are kind of on an island, but it looks like they might actually be able to get the T100 out for this.
I was about to say the T100 did a really, really bad poke, and he got punished for it really, really hard. But they do have both I7s on. E100 is about to get on as well, so about to have the triple cap pressure going on. 57 heavies are kind of just there to keep them away from the E line. But they do kill the light tank, so now the Leopard and the I7 kind of has free roam there. Now Slade's kind of on that timer now. Let's see, Valor is going to come in. I'm surprised the T57 heavies kind of just didn't play the outside, you know?
Man, this is another interesting one. Just got a face hugging this Chieftain Mark 6 into his turret.
I mean, he gets taken out. Bugsy gets taken out, but the T57
Oh,
heavies
big
are on
hit into
reload.
the Grill 15.
I said it was a really big hit.
I believe that was an HE round into him, actually.
Yeah, that had to be. E100 just kind of gave it to him. Let's see, Grove
I
15
mean,
is about to be reloaded. See if he dishes it right back. And he does, giving E1 down to a one-shot, but again, they're not targeting the right tanks here, even though they're trying to get resets. I'm trying to kill the I-7s, but looks like the Chieftain and now one of the I-7s gets taken
T57
out.
just came off reload, so this E5 looks like it's going to be going down next.
Just the E5 does get taken out. I-7 gets taken out as well. Red Knight and the Grill 15 kind of holding down this side. I-7's coming in, Leopard 1's coming in. It is a 500 hit point differential. It is a 4v4. Make that a 4v3, but again, I-7 and 57 Heavy has all the health, but it did get clapped. Double shot from the Grill and the Valor, going down to a possible one shot. Does kill the Grill 15. E100 does get taken out as well, and is a 3v2, almost a 2,000 hit point differential. Now it is a 1v3. It looks like Slade is going to pop on, go 2-0 onto Miravanka.
Hey, that was a big map. I believe that was their map pick, wasn't it?
No, remember, Calamity now does a map pool.
Oh, yeah. But this was a very, very strong map for them. I mean, it kind of showed the difference in strategies.
Yes, it does. And
Very strongly.
Good last shell from the Leopard 1 to clear this game up. Slade going up 2-0. Starting this best of 13 series. That's a really big game out of him. Holy crap.
I mean, he really did kind of what we were theorizing beforehand of just kind of sit out to the side and freeform the entire team, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you can just already tell from AMD, we have Goku, T57 Heavy, 3 kills, 3,000 damage. Pretty good game out of him. Sticky Buds in the 57 as well, 21-23. Saucer in the E100, 2,000 damage with Like a Boss, I believe that's his name. E100, 1,400. Rugby in the IS-7, 1 kill, 1,400. Red Chance in the IS-7 as well, 973. But also Rugby did have a kill. Forgot to mention that part. And then Reddick in the T100 LT, zeros across the board. He did get taken out. I think he did a risky play that kind of caught him off guard there. and that's what kind of led it down to the downfall of losing the E line.
Absolutely. Which I mean, it's hard for him to hold out, right?
Yeah.
Looking at over the Slade side, we have Indian Woj in the Leopard 1 with 4 kills, 5,200 damage. Huge game out of him. Red Knight in the Valor with 2,900 damage. Mr. Squish in the IS-7 with 2 kills, 2,700 damage. Uh, Sonambulating, I'm going to pretend that's how you pronounce it. And the Grill 15 with a kill and 2,100 damage. The Cable Guy in the E5 with 1,600 damage. Mitsubishi in the IS-7 with 1,500 damage. And Bugsy the Cat in the Chieftain Mark 6 getting held to 400 damage.
Yeah, I was about to say, just looking at the pin ratio, the Leopard 1 only missed one shell. That's 16 for 15. Really good, really good game out of him. That's kind of what won them the game, it seems like, because, it was only a 500 hit point differential there for, like, the last pivoting 2 minutes, if that.
Mm.
All right, and we
Yeah,
are, I think, what did I say? It is Westfield. Oh, boy.
I was just talking trash on this map. Come on.
Let me see. Want to make sure that we are going into. Yes, it is Westfield. Next map is going to be Steps. Actually, no, they banned that. So Ghost Town. Yeah, that's a fun map.
actually, I actually really enjoy Ghost Town. That's kind of where you really get into your meaty sluggers, where you're looking at like the VK72 pretty often. I mean, just because of nice health pool, nice size cannon. You got a lot of tanks like that where you'll just kind of meatball and have more hit points than the other team, right? Alpha is king in those city maps.
Yeah, and I can't wait because I'm actually looking at it now. I mean, even now I see Marats and I forgot. I'm like, ooh, I miss playing a Marat. This is why I love Calamity because you can place like they're not broken, but they're really good at one thing, right? And that's kind of why Wargaming have to ban them because there's no other tank other than like the 50B that can dish out 1,000 damage within what is it? Uh, 4.4 seconds, whatever it is.
Yeah, it is a fast dump. I've seen many of the games I've commentated on in the NA2 and NA1 that have really been big swings due to that Marat being in the lobby. Um, Kind of being able to just rip people apart, especially on this map, actually, oddly enough.
Yes. But here we are. So from AMD, we have two Super Conquerors, a Kranvong, double Marat, T100 LT, and they brought an E4. I wonder if he's going to go into the K4 spot. But go ahead.
All right, over on the Slade side, we have a Chieftain Mark 6, a Super Conqueror, a Super Chieftain, a 50B, a Leopard 1, a Rheinmetall Panzerwagen, and a Grill 15.
See, that's kind of what I expected, being like more of a mobile TD. I expected the Grill 15 from the defending side, but an E4 is kind of what I expected. He looks like he is going straight towards K4, K5. That spot kind of works for him.
Yeah, I'd
So
be very curious to see how well he does. I've actually seen one or two teams, I forget who it was, run a waffle there, actually, just camo kitted out. And it's able to just live in people's walls whenever they get a good push in. I mean, that's a devastating tank to encounter there.
yes, it is. But both light tanks get spotted. Both take one. One for his, I mean, their Rhyme does have an extra 200 hit points, so I mean, they both got hit for pretty much 390, 400. So, even trade. But Marats are, I believe, are going to be on a reload here. One of them is, because I think one of them did shoot at the Rhyme and missed. Same thing with the
Oh,
E4.
one of them is lit up currently. Almost looks like he's just perma spotted, unless it's a bug on my screen.
Oh, no, he just got on spot. It looks like the Leopard had a sneaky, I guess, chance at spotting him. I just think he's using that
Yeah,
bush.
looks like the Panzerwagen's going to be going in for another deep spot run, maybe to try and catch out that T100 and get a good amount of damage in for their Leopard and what is that? 50B up there on the hill.
But to say, so the
Okey.
dude spot the Cran. Valor and the Chieftain is up there, and looks like no punish, so that's good for both teams here. And also bad for both teams. You want to get the punishes wherever you can. But Super Con or double Super Conqueror here. It's going to be very hard to dig out here. The only way is to kill the Cran, right? You kill the Cran, you can get there, and they have to push down. And I don't know. They need to bring everyone to the north so they want to make that play. You got to kill this Cran.
I mean, realistically, the only alternative is going to be taking out that south flank. If they're able to bleed down these Marats, um, with the support of this Grill 15, that would be a really big play for them. But in
Yes.
order to do that, they'd be able to take that K0 square. That way, they actually get a little bit of soft cover for them.
I mean, I know it's always fun to say, like, oh, you get to see the exact play, what needs to be done, because you can see all
Oh,
the tanks.
T100 is lit and
That's it.
getting
He
blown
did
up,
it
it
blown
appears.
up. Yeah, Ram does take one in return. One Murat is reloading. Does the
Wow, the
other
T100
Murat?
got out relatively scot-free as far as that.
Ooh,
Oh, and the Rheinmetall is getting burned.
that's it. He does. Both flight tanks getting out pretty much. Well, one got a little bit more punished. The Ryan Panzer did. So AMD is a slight advantage because if they kill this light tank, if AMD does kill Oz, I'm gonna call him. This is gonna be really bad. That kind of pushes out their ability to cap. But Murat does get spotted. Both Murats, Leopard 1's pushing in. Looks like a critical hit. Murat does take one from the Rhyme. That's a good show by him. He's going to stay undetected almost the entirety, but these Murats are probably going to get safe for him now. Let's see.
Looks like we're rotating in that E4. I imagine that Panzerwagen's going to be able to get good side shots once he's lit.
So Murat does get spotted. Leopard 1 being there is very bad for AMD. So Slade is in a better spot
Ooh,
because it did push out the Cran. I know he was getting a little bit focus fire there. Murat going down to 1,000. Ooh, just
oh,
deleted.
gone.
So this is really good for Slade, but now the Leopard has to get pushed out. Let's see if they got the Super Conquerors have any line of fire. And I don't think they do. They do shoot the 50p going down in a big show
Oh,
from the
big shot.
E4. Another good show by the Murat, getting down to a one-shot 50p now on a reload. Leopard 1 gets a shot in return. So now AMD has a big returning fire back on the Slade here.
Reddick needs to get out of here quickly. He's going to be focus fired almost immediately. If I'm willing to bet.
Because say, if I'm Slade here now, I'm looking at their tanks E4, Murat, in the T100. I'm going to push the top side now. I'm going to try to kill that
Oh,
Cran.
absolutely.
Let's see what happens.
I
They
mean,
also
that
kill
E4
the.
is just free kills here, essentially.
Mm-hmm. I said Leopard is pushing in. Watch for Reddick. It's going to get taken out. Really good show by Valkyrie. Back down to 230, but still gun in the game. Kills the light tank, and now it's just a 4v7. Really bad situation for AMD here, but this can be, you know, I'm not saying it's losable or winnable, but the same thing, you're in a very tight spot, especially being cornered here. These Super Conquerors need to get these gums into this game.
I mean, they're under a lot of pressure as well right now. I would have stern words for our Panzerwagen if he was shooting in this situation, got blind fired out. But I mean, with that cap pressure on and the level of map control that they have, if either one of these skunks actually push up and try and spot out that Panzerwagen, I mean, they're going to get shredded by their heavies in the
I
back.
said, yeah, this guy is just still firing. This Rhyme has infinite punish on this E4. Yes, I know, Dougie, I'm sorry. And, just getting pretty much farmed by one tank. E4 is not even going to try to fire at anyone, but it looks like the grill does take him out, and this is actually going to go up. Slade 3-0. AMD gets pretty much just stomped. Sorry, Slade just stomped AMD here. Cran down to a one shot.
I mean, that was really just the song of map control, right? I mean, they essentially gave the entirety of the north to the heavy tanks and then really didn't do anything with the southern map control, so they got southern map control as well. By the time it was all said and done, it was just hard to do anything.
I agree. Like that's what I expected, right? Especially if AMD really posted up there. I was like, yeah, you mean you push into them, but you also can't just give it to them, right?
Absolutely.
All right, and going from there from AMD, we have like a boss number at 1700, just shy of 18 with a little bit of assist there. Watch for Riddick, 200 LT, 1200, 239 assist. Sticky Buds in the Cran, 897. Rat Chance in the Super Conqueror, 876. Goku in the E4, 737. Mayhem in the Marat, 451. A little bit of assist as well, 607. And Saucer in the Super Conqueror, 413 and 421 assist.
Over on the Slade side, we got Project Phantom and the Super Conqueror with a kill and 2600 damage. Indian Woj in the Leopard 1 with no kills and 2200 damage. Uh, Sonambulating in the Grill 15 with 2 kills, 2000 damage. Oscor, I'm going to pretend like that's how you say any of these names. Sorry if I'm butchering it, but in the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen with no kills and 1800 damage. Bugsy the Cat in the Chieftain Mark 6 with 1700 damage. Valkyrie Slayer in the 50B with 2 kills, 1300 damage, and Red Knight in the Super Chieftain with 800 damage.
All right. Again, if I'm AMD now, I might be starting to not stress. Remember, it is first to seven, but I think now's the time. Like, all right, we need to, you know, let's change some things, or let's try to get some groove going on, because going up 4-0 is not what you want to see, in my opinion. Here, when you have like you only possibly like 1.5 maps, right? So if I'm here to take one, now's the time to take one.
I mean, you got to set them up for that reverse sweep, right? I mean, that adds a lot of fun to it. They're trying to make sure we have an entertaining stream here. That's all they're doing. They're trying to set up for that reverse sweep.
I'm always down for a reverse sweep. It's just Arctic region is going to be painful.
Oh god. Yeah, maybe they need to go ahead and start winning a little earlier than a reverse sweep.
Yeah, I was about to say going into Arctic region. Let's see what else. Like I can see. Let me see. So, in my opinion, Muro can be split. Same with Westfield. Same with Steps, but that one's of course banned. Ghost Town can be, but I gotta swap. There we are. Going into game four. Slade's kind of ahead, but doesn't mean AMD's out of this fight. I'll still say AMD. We have two crayons, IS7. Oh, we have an illegal thing, but again, let's see if they catch it. We have four autoloaders on AMD side. Let's see if they say anything here.
Like it's gonna be played.
Like I said, this is a 5-minute delay. If the game is played without saying it, you cannot take it back. Just want to make sure they know that. Whenever I was moderator in the last season, that was the rules. So we'll see how this one plays out here. But again, just going off of two crayons, 197, double Murat, 2100, and then the grill.
Then over on the Slade side, we have a Chieftain, a Super Chieftain, a Rhinoceronte, the Machine IS7, a Leopard 1, and a Girl 15.
The Rhinoceronte, baby.
And I forgot that tank even went in the game, man. I quit playing back before the
Oh,
Italian
we are
tank started
typing.
coming out.
Let's see.
Ooh, it looked
They did read lineup. Yes. All right. So go back to the garage.
no shots fired, so let's clean up. Doesn't look like many people in the lobby saw it. Well, there maybe they think they're getting the greatest focus fire on the planet on
All
this
right. Want to
IS7
make
currently.
sure. It said as long as Slade understands they did, don't fire back.
Slade is mostly back in the lobby at this point, so I think it's going to
All
be.
right. So yeah, it's time to. Yep. This guy's just kind of being safe. All right. I'm going back to the garage here. So let me get a. Put the cover up here. There we go. All right. Looks up. Yep. So same tanks has to be selected. Except the one tank that was what's it called? So they got to either drop a Valor or not a Valor, Jesus Christ, a Murat or what was the other tank? A Grant, sorry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Knowing what I do about this map, I would really hope that there was just too many crayons selected here, right? Well, it appears not.
Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, but out of all the tanks, I think I would have picked the Murat. Let's see, Valor, Machine, Leopard. Looks like the same lineup.
E50M.
That is interesting.
Wow,
And we're off. All right, so remember, first mistake is always a slap on the wrist. Like, all right, now if they do it again, it is a. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a moderator, but if they ping one, they go. Slades would be match point for them. Like they'll get whatever it's called, the match point. All right, so from AMD instead, so double Cran i7 Murat 1E50M, T100 LT in the grill.
then just a reminder for the Slade side, we have a Chieftain, Super Chieftain, Rhinoceronte, Machine, IS-7, Leopard 1, and Grill 15. No duplicates on the Slade side.
Yeah, they're playing the Liga rules.
Keeping it interesting, you know. I mean, you had to go deep in your bag to pull out the Rhinoceronte.
I mean, deep in the bag to play that, and I mean, no E50M. I want to say on the Wargaming tournament was a meta pick because there really wasn't other a medium tank to kind of brawl, to be honest. That's not like a T62A or something. Like you want alpha, E50M, you can ram a tank.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a fun tank. I enjoy the off-meta tournaments a lot of times that has it involved. You know, it reminds me a lot of whenever you see like a 430U pop up every now and then in comp. Ooh, early spots on that IS-7. It looks like he's actually going to get punished.
So Zep takes two. Let's see,
Good
Cran is
bleed by
gunning
that
in.
Kron. Looks
Let's
like that
see.
T100 might actually get aggressive and try and light him back up again.
And he
There we
does,
go.
yeah. Let's see. He is down to 1600. Does bounce that shot. Looks like by IS7.
That Kron heat should be able to do some decent damage. I
I said it
imagine
is
IS is
300 though, so it's not the
APCR.
best heat, but it's still heat.
Yeah, the main difference is that IS-7's APCR round is what, a 300
There it is.
APCR at
There's one.
400 meters.
Bounces one. A lot of
Oh
damage coming in.
wow, this is getting
293.
ugly. Looks like the Slade side's starting to stack something up, maybe to get a push in the north, be able to take back map control from the back.
I'd say Slade just kind of letting this happen.
Looks like we're starting to get a little bit of rotation. Not really.
I
I mean,
said,
anytime you have a
down to
Leopard 1
700.
sitting next to a Chieftain is always a concern from the caller's perspective, right? I mean, the question is, what is the game plan here? It looks like they are HEing the IS-7 out now.
I said, yeah, they are going to take him out. I said, I don't see Slade doing anything.
I mean, this is going to be complete map control, essentially.
I said, losing the backside here is really bad. I said, they're still not doing anything, so this is very alarming. But AMD is taking, it took them 3 minutes to kill one tank. I mean, that's the only downfall I want to say.
Hey, it isn't dead yet. He might hang in there the whole game. We never know.
I said, we'll see.
I, it doesn't really look like they're preparing to do
I
anything.
said, a lot of bouncing now. I want to see this up. 197,
Oh,
94,
6 HP. Oh, he's still hanging in there.
and he does. All right, Cran
Oh,
does take him out.
he was a trooper, though. He really hung
That
in there
said,
for a long time.
3.5 minutes took him.
Kron is lit, both of them. And sitting in the open a little bit here.
All right, time to see if they lose that advantage.
perfectly even in hit points at this point. Well,
I
I said
mean,
that immediately
yeah,
another
I was about
shell
to
went through.
say Cran's just kind of allowing it to be taken.
Really confused at this point. I'm going to be honest. Oh,
I mean, now's
I
the
don't necessarily
time
know what
I
I'm
would
watching.
say the Rhino is not the pick because the reload, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, they're not really under any time constraints.
It's
I
I
guess the
don't.
main concern is do they get that T100 on there long enough that they're able to just get away with it?
Yeah, and with the Murat and the E50M taking the backside, this Valor's going to get taken out. They need to start pushing in once they spot this Murat. They need to get off the hill and try to get these tanks out of here.
Looks like the rotation came a little bit too late. I don't know if there's going to be a way to really get a reset here.
Yeah, and there it is.
And that's a base cap. Wow, what a strange round.
Yeah, that was so that was interesting. Again, that's the one thing about the light tank, you can't spot them. And AMD did come up there, going up. Again, now's the time to start winning some rounds here. So from AMD, we got Rugby and IS-7, 0 kills, 2,000 damage. Mayhem and the Murat, 1804, 500 assist. Goku in the Cran, 1,000 damage. Sticky Buzz in the Cran, 1 kill, 669. Like a Boss, E50M, 1 kill, just shy of 400. And then Skill 15, zeros across the board, Bubble Buddy. And then Reddick in the T1, but 2,400. He did spot that IS-7 and got him killed, so really good game out of him. And go ahead.
All right, over on the SLADE side, we got Misguided Rock.
All right. Oh,
Bugsy the Cat, the Chieftain Mark 6 with 800 damage. Uh, Sonobulating and the Grill 15 with 800 damage. Oz and the Machine with 600 damage. Indian in the Leopard 1 with 400 damage. Monster in the IS-7 with 0, as well as Red Knight in the Valor. Odd round overall there. uh, I don't know if I've seen a round that really went down quite like that. Wow, we are getting some beef coming out here.
I was about to say, AMD going up 1-3 here is really good. And Ghost Town, I'm liking to see. I mean, yeah, Russian heavies, kind of expected. E100s, 57s. Let's see what else I would play.
Seeing an
Tie 5.
IS-4 get busted out along with three IS-7s is always a concerning thing, right? Oh, it looks like we got it swapped out for that. Looks like we're getting an E5 as well. We're going to have some hefty lineups here. No mobility is needed.
Yeah, I mean, this is the one time I think you kind of want DPM. Skunks would be really good here.
Oh, I think the E100 picks is very interesting here. I appreciate the 750 Alpha. I mean, especially with these limited TD metas that we're able to get away with in this tournament. But man, I wonder why not run the VK over the E100 here.
I'll tell you why. And that's just the one bad thing about the VK is you cannot side scrape in that tank.
I mean, you can't in the E100 either if that makes you feel any better.
It's a lot easier to. Like, don't get me wrong, there is still a weak spot or a weak spot. You got your side of the turret if they have heat. Like the i7, the only way you can do it is on the bar, and that's still a slim shot with the new nerfs that they implemented. Like everything's less accurate and all that stuff. So, still a hard shot, still RNG based, but when you're a Panzer 7 or even the VKs, is you have a giant side ball. I'm gonna call it that's easy pinnable, even with the i7 APCR. So I think that's why you do run the E100s and not those things. It's good frontally, don't get me wrong. You get pushed by Panzer 7s, they have DPM, they got hit points, they're going to roll over you. and they're a little bit taller, so they can actually just shoot down on IS-7. So, you know, from there, yeah, I see that standpoint pushing in, but I just feel like E100s are the safer pick, and we're just gonna go
We
right
got a
off.
Type 5 on the other team, it looks
Yeah, I
like,
did see that
actually.
sneaky pick there. From AMD, we have double E100, 257 heavies, and then triple IS-7s.
Over on the Slade side, we have an E100 Type 5 Heavy E5, triple IS-7 as well, and an IS-4. Man, this is going to be a high hit point game. Looking at almost 1,800 hit point totals on both teams.
Yeah, I was about to say, I will do a prediction here, and I'm gonna say it like just because of my comp experience. These IS-7s on both teams are so critical. Whatever team's IS-7s pushes out and wins the flank or does more damage wins the game. That is my like big flex on this.
Man, I'm curious kind of how they end up utilizing these T57s. I think that's going to be the biggest lever AMD has to push at this point, right? I mean, that's just it's so pivotal being able to drop that 1,600 some odd damage and then just immediately. Oh, we got a light on the Type 5 and the T57 as well. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of a party down in the south.
Oh yeah, so you have a party in the south, and looks like AMD caught out SLADE. Exactly what I said. So these IS-7s are very, very pivotal and critical. But now they see an overmatch. They see 5 tanks about to come in. Iceborg from the side does miss. So now it's a
Oh, here
5v.
goes that Type 5 Heavy here. I'd be worried he's about to go down. Kind of isolated by himself.
All right, this is just interesting to see. I don't know what Slade's plan is, but now they're just kind of just allowing AMD to farm these 2 tanks here. It's a 4v3 on this backside now. These IS-7s decided to help this Type 5 Heavy.
Goku coming off reload soon, and his T57 Heavy. Can he go ahead and trade for the Type 5 here? And then it looks like he's going to get 2 shots into this E100 before going down here.
All right, so if I'm AMD. All right,
Oh,
I'm watching this. Try to kill Red Knight. He does bounce one.
Reddit commits hard in the T57 Heavy as well. It looks like he's going to go down quickly.
Does he get one more shell? He does not. He does get taken out.
Looks like Bubble Buddy is going to be the next on the chopping block. That's going to be a big 3v1 overmatch, but it looks like he can one-tap one of these IS-7s before he goes down.
He can, but he is running the 490 gun, by the way. He's not using the big gun.
Oh, wow. I didn't even notice that. Looks like he's just going to have a slow and painful death down here in the
Yeah, I was
south.
about to say, I gotta go watch this north side. Looks like AMD is gonna win this north side as it is a 3v1 over here.
They need to be able to kill this IS-7 quickly, like before he's able to get one more shot out. If he's able to do that, then that's
All
going
right,
to be kind of a pivotal moment, right?
let's see. Yes, AMD decided not to focus out the one shot, the Red Knight here, but they are still healthy. You know, it is 3v4, but hit points are is slightly advantage for AMD here.
Only having these triple IS-7. Oh, big hits
Big
into
hits
Red
by the
Band.
E100.
Looks like Red Knight is getting a flank
All
in
right,
on
Rugby
the
needs to kill this
side.
guy. If I'm over here like counting hit points now. They and
Oh,
unfortunately
and that is
bouncing
a
on
big
both.
bounce. It looks like they're committing 2 people to go kill Red Knight right now.
All right, so they do kill Red Knight, so that's good. It's now a 3v3. Rugby is the one to stay alive. All right, the cable guy is gonna kill like a boss. Bugsby's the one shot. So now if I'm Rugby here, I'm playing with red chest as much as I can.
Gotta look for low HP targets here.
All right,
If they're able to go ahead and get this E100 out,
they do.
thing.
All right,
You
so
can
now,
isolate this other IS-7. Oh, don't overextend so he's able to get a backside shot on you here.
all right, let's see. Does he get the kill?
He has the hit points to be able to clutch this out.
I said he does, and he does get the kill. Mitsubishi is gonna get a. Oh, let's see. And he unfortunately just hits the side. So again, AMD, if he pins this shot, going up 2-3 is what you want to see.
I mean, when you're this low HP, I mean, even these little shuffle rams that they're doing is going to be big.
All right, it's this I7 action here. Who pins shots? Who does it? Who gets a lucky ammo rack? Who gets a fire? Like these types of things really matter in these 1v1s. And Rugby does
And
get the kill.
that
AMD
is game.
2-3 again. That's what I said. Now you gotta start winning. And again, it's what I said. What did I say at the beginning? Which IS7's brawl wins them the game?
Yeah, I mean that southern push going down as quickly as it did was concerning, but
Excuse
them
me.
pulling back with those full health IS7s, I mean that is just such a huge thing to have late game.
See, and I'll just going off of numbers, I can just already tell exactly that reason. IS7s, both of their IS7 on both teams did exactly what I thought. It just seems like everyone else, like one IS7 doing 12, other one doing 24, the other one's doing 28 on the other team, and then 4K on the other two. Like you can just tell, IS7s had a time of their life on both sides here. But from here, we have Rugby, AMD, IS7, 3 kills, 4,000 damage. Good game out of him. He's the one that clutched up that game here, so GG out of him. Red Chance, IS7, 1 kill, 3,700 damage, 320. Also a good game out of him. Goku in the T57 Heavy, 1 kill, 3,300. Like a Boss, IS7, 1 kill, 2,900 with a little bit assist. Bubble Buddy, E100, 1,800. Watch for Riddick, T57 Heavy, 1,269. And then Saucer in the E100, 1 kill and 611 damage. Also, just want to say Blitzy 14 is rating. Thank you for the raid. 3 people, welcome in. This is Calamity, Season 6. This is League 3. This is the finale. Whoever wins this wins the League 3. AMD versus Slade here. Go ahead.
All right, running down the Slade side, we got the cable guy in the E100 with a kill and 4,300 damage. Bugsy the cat in the IS7 with 3 kills, 4K damage. Indian in the IS4 with 2,700 damage. Mitsubishi in the IS7 with a kill and 2,400 damage. Red Knight in the IS7 with a kill and 1,300 damage. Mr. Squish in the E5 with 700. And Oz in the Type 5 Heavy with 4 damage. I mean, that is an impressive number. uh,
He probably nicked the 57 Heavy coming in.
oh, yeah, just hit the ground right next to him and splashed him for that little bit.
All right, so now AMD, you know, back to back. You think it's going to be a back to back to back, tying this game up 3-3?
Man, it momentum definitely seems like it's swinging this way. It seems like we're going to have a pretty good little game. It's just, can they pull off the brawl wins like they did last time?
I will say, like going into Westfield, and they just duke it out, right? Um, I think AMD had a little bit more focus fire, right, and a little bit more target control when it comes to like focus fire, and the tanks to kill were better for AMD, and it just showed on Ghost Town, right? That really showed them off. But then, of course, the light tank being undetected, lost Slade. Oh, but we're just going straight in. Okay.
No preamble needed.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're just, hey, when you have pretty much possible 14 games to play, I mean, so be it.
I mean, with a symmetrical map like Ghost Town, at a certain point, you're able to just kind of do the same thing, but on the other side, right?
Yeah. All right. From AMDs, we have a T57 Heavy. Oh, my. 3 Object 260s and 3 IS7s.
Oh, man. Trying to see if Russian bias is still in the game to this day, huh? And then looking over at the Slade side, we have a E100, a Type 5 Heavy, E5, 2 IS7s, an IS4, and a Sturm Tiger. Whoa, that is going to be a big old cannon to see pop up. I imagine that's going to be a jump scare for somebody in this game.
I'm just going to say if the Sturm Tiger heat shells, or I think it's a heat shell, and they Amarak one of these tanks, it is already GG. I think Slay would just instantly come out on top, and I don't think it can come back and bite me. I just think with Amarak here from the Sturm Tiger just wins them the game.
I mean, the Storm Tiger is just going to be such a good tank here, just to be able to reset this base in the last second, because he's able to hit the wrong side of the base and probably get a reset, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, it looks like we got a stage, and it looks like we might actually commit on these tanks down here. I mean,
All
you
right.
have everybody in one spot essentially.
All right. Storm Tiger Shell did shoot over. So, 20 seconds.
Red Knot on fire currently, set on fire by Reddick. That's going to be a lot of bled HP, and he's going to come around the corner to a T-57 Heavy. He is not going to have a good time here.
Yeah, I mean, he's the one that has to get the reset here. And he does not. 13 seconds to get a reset.
Bugsy looks like he's going to be next on the chopping block down in the south. I don't think he's going to be able to get in there for the reset either.
I don't think. Oh, they do get a reset. Top 5 heavy. Good shell by him.
That Storm Tiger just needs to get in a position where it's able to get shots on base. It seems like he's really struggling here.
Yeah, 4 seconds. He has to get a shot here. Someone does. 2 seconds. 1 second, and that's GG.
And that is the
AMD.
second quick cap we've seen AMD pull off at this point.
And I mean, hey, Russian bias, right?
Hey, we were hating on it right up until it worked.
I just want to say that was a good play from AMD to just stuff three 260s pretty much in all that corridor. But I will say, I just think if I was a Type 5 heavy, I'm not really worried about them, right? Even though they have the pin, I'm not worried about them because you have a Sturm Tiger that has easy clear shots, but you got to worry about the base, right? 30 seconds is not a lot of time for a Type 5 or a Sturm Tiger to get resets.
That's the thing, though, right? I mean, they had the house still built up. I mean, that Storm Tiger couldn't get any splash in there because it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
pre-fired. And I mean, the Storm Tiger, he fired what, one shell that didn't connect? I believe. Then, yeah. I mean, that's a really hard hole to dig yourself out of there.
It is. But from there, we will just go into what I say after Ghost Town. I mean, they're going to put up after this, so we'll see from there. From AMD, we have like a boss i7 1800, Goku the T57 Heavy 1787, Watch for Riddick Object 260, 1 kill 1400, Fizzle Saucer IS7 877 and 1238 assist, Red Chance in the Object 260 460, Rugby in the IS7 427, and then Mayhem in the Object 260, running it out with 418.
Over on the Slade side, we have Bugsy in the IS-7 with 1600 damage, Indian in the IS-4 with 900 damage, Misguided Rock in the Type 5 Heavy with 800 damage, Cable Guy with the E100, 700 damage, uh, Sonomulating in the E5 with 500 damage, Red Knight in the IS-7 with 400 damage, and Valkyrie Slayer held out in the Sturm Tiger. I mean, that only having one kill in a whole game of comp is always kind of a crazy thing. Every now and then you'll see that on one of these maps like Steps or something like that, but it feels like that's a rare occurrence for something like Ghost Town where everybody's such tightly packed, I guess is the word that I want to use
I could
here.
see that happening on Mali more than
Oh,
anything.
absolutely.
But yes, Ghost Town, wow. That
I
is,
mean,
it is,
that'd be like if it
go ahead.
happens on mines, right?
Yeah, like, oh yeah, mine, there's no way. It is always either, I hate to say it, it's always one tank capping on B, and there's always a hill push or the 7-line push, and there's never going to be a cap out win. In my what, 11 years of comp, I've never seen a game where you capped out only because if one thing happens, you cannot reset an IS4.
No, we've actually ran a couple back whenever I did a bunch of meme teams and stuff. We had a few cap strats on mines. Essentially, you just double blocked with Type fives on the western base, and then just squeeze a T100 in there, and you can't reset it.
Yeah, I was about to say. Actually, I think I got to scratch that back now. I can't say that. Rewind. I've seen some dumb things in my comp experience as well. So, but again, Mines is probably my second favorite map to play for comp. So let's see what happens here. AMD VZ55, two top five heavies, IS7s, two of them, and then double Murat.
Over on the Slade side, we got a Chieftain Mark 6, a Super Conqueror, the Object 705A, the IS-7, Leopard 1, CS-63, and the E-3.
I don't know about the E3. I don't know.
I don't hate it, I guess. There's worse tanks you could run. I don't. Now, what I do kind of hate is just no contesting the bait or the hill at all on the part of AMD here. They're just kind of letting them take it.
I mean, when you're a Type 5's kind of the one that's going to contest it, I think you can just kind of give it to him. You don't need this the hill on defense. Not yet, at least.
Ooh, are these IS-7s going to get proxied by this Leopard and CS6? It doesn't look like it. They're going to slip around basically for free. Oh.
Oh
Oh.
my gosh. 705A takes one, but he's not going to take another one. I don't know if I'm
The
pushing into
E3 looks
this.
like it's going to get bled. I don't. Yeah, I believe these two mediums should be able to get basically free for it.
Oh! Emarak onto Goku. Takes him out. 1400 down the drain. Red Knight down to a two-shot, though.
This looks like something that just needs to get pushed out immediately. Y'all have to be able to stomp this out quick.
I was about to say, so immediately AMD down one tank.
Looks like Slade is actually bleeding pretty substantially to be able to take out these two top fives as well. Those Marats out on the island getting good farm in.
I was about to say, yeah, coming in on this side, um, I don't know if I'm Slate here. I'm kind of at an advantage already. You already got a big Amarak. I don't know why you
Leopard
wanted
going
to try
in
to
to be
kill
able
these
to
Type 5s.
help get out these IS-7s of VZ, actually, looks like.
Where
Ooh,
is...
turning.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, AMD does get take out on the VZ, so now E3 is on 60 hit points. IS-7 is going to try to kill him. He does take him out, so good show by him.
Interesting kill priority on the part of AMD there, turning to shoot at the Leopard instead of some of these lower health tanks, but I digress. Looks like that Marat has rotated over to help out with this eastern push as well.
I said Object 705A needs to kill this I-7. Left on one hit point. That's a monster low roll from Monster himself. 427.
Type
All right.
5 goes down in the west side of the base. That Marat looks like he's going to try and swing some of his... Oh, big bounce by the Super Conqueror there.
All right. So now Slade looks like they're going to get 3 on the base. You have 20 seconds to get on that, to get on the hill and try to do something. I mean, if I'm the CS, I'm just going to keep them off the hill as much as I can. I'm going to ram them if they try to get up on the hill. I mean, they have to watch for the Marat here. 10 seconds. He is coming. 7, 5, 2 seconds. Gets spotted. He does hit the track of the I-7. Hits the I-7 again. Not going to go for the other tank. Interesting.
Looks like it's
Oh, he
going
does get
to...
the reset, though.
Oh, that's a big reset, but he goes down for it. That is a... At this stage of the game, it is hard to be able to
I said
win
the
whenever you're
CS
getting blown
did
out.
ram the Marat, by the way, to take him out. So now it just, no one can get the reset. It is a 1v4. What am I saying? And Slade taking mines. Game 1. Going up 4-3.
Weird first round on mines there. I don't necessarily understand the strategy there. You know, I felt like they really put people on an island pretty substantially during that game.
I want to say, I think I like the play. Was it? Yeah, it was AMD. They thought they're only going to send one tank first. You know, take the outside. They only going to think was at the 705A to sneak on the outside, right? And you know, if I'm AMD, I'm looking at their lineup. Oh, they're going to hold the hill. Unfortunately, not. Nah, they sent 4 tanks to kind of back up that 705. So it kind of backfired on AMD because
I
most
guess
of the time it's always 1 or 2 tanks going on the outside after you control the hill. So I just think AMD kind of banked on them being alone.
Yeah, it really kind of appeared that way. I mean, maybe they were just feeling themselves after those last few rounds. I mean, coming back to from what was it 3-0 to four, now being 3-3 before this game started. I mean, that was. I imagine you got to have a little bit of confidence to be able to try some weird stuff, right?
I mean, yeah. But I digress, and here we are from AMD. We have Red Chance, Type 5 Heavy, 1 kill, 3,200. Really good defensive game out of him. Just unfortunately, the rest of the team just couldn't follow up with him. But from Watch for Mayhem, we're at 1 kill, 2,000 damage. Sticky Buzz in the VZ, 1977. I think he did both clips, 4 for 4. Good game out of him. Rugby and I7, 1 kill, 1938. A little bit assist. Riddick and the Murat, 1,500. Bubble Buddy, Type 5, 740, 362. And then Goku and the I7 that did get Amarak get one shot for 450.
Got over on the Slade side, we got Monster in the IS-7 with a kill and 3,200 damage. Bugsy in the Chieftain Mark 6 with a kill and 3,100 damage. Mr. Squish in the 705A with 2 kills, 2,600 damage. Indian in the Leopard 1 with 2,400 damage. Misguided Rock in the CS63 with a kill and 1,400 damage. Red Knight in the E3 with a kill and 1,300 damage. And then Project Phantom in the Super Conqueror with no kills and 1,200 damage.
All right, so again, we might be seeing back-to-back games here. Looks like both teams are going to be selecting these tanks pretty fast here. But just going to take a break and say thank you for all the followers today. And the raid as well is going to catch up on them. Mayhem, I see you as well. Thank you for the follow. Zamis, 42, thank you for the follow as well. Misguided Rock as well for the follow. And then again, Blitzy for the raid. So again, thank you everyone for tuning in today. And again, back to back, it seems like Slade has a good couple runs and then AMD right back at it, and it looks like this gonna be a hopefully a tiebreaker game.
Yeah, this turned out to be a really interesting matchup.
And from there, we from AMD side, Super Conquerors, two of them, T57 Heavy, triple IS7, and an IS4.
All right. Over on the Slade side, we have the Chieftain Mark 6, an E5, an IS-7, an IS-4, a Murat, an E6, and an E4.
Ah man, they really like the La Liga rules over here.
Yeah, I mean that E4 is just it's such a beastly tank, right? I mean, when it comes to brawling, it's kind of the king of everything.
Yeah,
Well,
I,
they
I
they
agree
sure
on
like
that.
their big, slow lineups over on the AMD side. I mean, opting to have another round where it's completely heavy tanks.
All right, it looks like there it is, triple IS7s coming right towards A.
We were just talking about how you don't really see that. Man, both teams neglecting the hill up to this point is always interesting.
And a big shell from Bugsy the Cat right
Ooh,
into the IS-7. Really
that
good
is
shell
not
by
who
him.
they wanted to find there.
Takes one in return though. It's a good shot by was it Boss? I think it was. All right, E4 is reloaded and does take out Rugby. That is bad for AMD here.
I mean, he's done what 1,500 damage, and the game isn't even a minute and a half in.
Exactly. Like Bugsy did get a really good two tap onto the IS-7. Does he get another one? He is reloaded. Takes another one. 738. Like a boss takes one. But again, this T57 is not gonna get reset. So he is spotted. So let's see what happens here. I7 is going to go on the low side. He is going to try to kill, at least reset this T57 Heavy. Look at the I4 takes one in return. Monster is like going to kill the I7, and I agree. T57 Heavy is not a threat anymore. He is reloading.
The only thing is, if he's able to get that reload off, then that is going to be a free kill. But the question is, does he get support from that E4? Is he able to push him around that corner and get shot? But it looks like support from the hills coming in hot. Super Conqueror. Oh, losing a lot of HP and
And
flipping, it looked
flipped.
like. Well, that's a tank that's essentially out of the game now. Full health. I mean, that's going to be devastating for him to
Oh,
have.
he did Flip and looks like killed the IS-4.
Oh, and he's getting lucky at bouncing a lot of shells here.
All of a
Exactly
sudden,
right. Man,
just interesting after interesting plays. Go be honest.
yeah, I mean, there's no shortage of things to talk about this game.
I mean, this is the bad thing about. Oh, no, if they have mediums coming on the backside, full health. E6 coming in, takes one, takes another. Feeds to the heavy, is on the reload, is going to be taken by the E6. And there we go. So just all I needed was a little bit of help from the medium tanks to clean up this game, and then SLADE is going to go up 5-3.
I was having trouble finding the tank that still was alive there. Kind of had a graveyard going.
Yeah, that was just a. I don't know what I want to say about that one, other than they brought the fight all right.
Focus fire drills, ladies and gentlemen.
But I digress. From AMD, T57 Heavy, 1 kill, 4,200. Really good game out of him. And then we have Red Chance in the Super Conqueror, 1 kill, just shy of 2K. Like a boss in the IS-7, 1732. Salsa in the Super Conqueror, 1 kill, 1,600. Watch for Riddick, IS-7, just shy of 14. Sticky Buds in the IS-4, 493. And then Rugby in the IS-7 with zeros across the board.
Right, then we got Bugsy the Cat in the E4 to outdo Goku and his T57 Heavy. Got a kill in 5,500 damage. Big game from him. Project Phantom in the T95 E6 with a kill and 2,400 damage. Mr. Squish in the E5 with 2 kills, 2,200 damage. Indian in the IS4 with 2,200 damage. Valkyrie in the Chieftain Mark 6 with 1 kill, 1,300 damage. Red Knight in the Marat, 2 kills, 1,100 damage. And Monster in the IS7 with 500 damage.
All right, so again, going to mines, I thought that was going to be a little bit more even.
Yeah, that was a wild game there, right?
Oh, but there's my favorite map. Prokhorovka. Favorite map to
Proc is
play.
truly one of the most balanced comp maps in the game. I'm convinced of it. It's one of my favorites to run. I
Yeah,
mean, I might
there's
complain about a lot of these NBA maps, but it is one that I mean, it's just been around since the beginning, right?
yes. And if I remember right, Proc really hasn't changed at all. Like they
No, I mean
added
it's virtually unchanged from even PC.
no, PC has a couple different changes, right? But overall, all they do is usually add a couple more bushes or they add more divots, and that's
Oh yeah,
basically
yeah.
it. But when it comes to like map control, there's so many things that you can do. And this is why I like proc because you can either play it slow, you can play it fast, you can maneuver a lot because, half the map is always taken or can be taken. And it's vice versa, even on defense. They give you something, you take it, right?
Yeah, I'd be curious to see how high mobility are we going to actually see out of AMD here, right? I mean, it's not something that they've really been willing to do up to this point.
I was about to say, you are absolutely right. And now you can already see, now they're bringing Marats. They bring a 277 IS7. A Cran is still, like, it's not the slowest heavy, but it still is. I don't know. It does take a little bit to get going.
I mean, if they're able to get like a CS63 or something like that in the lobby, that's able to push it along, get it up to speed. I mean, it's going to be a powerful thing to have. I mean, it might not have the horsepower to get up to its top speed, but boy, does it have a top speed.
Yes. But I know that's just me babbling on. Same thing. AMD, you need to win this one. I will say it because I hate this. You need to force another map because if SLADE wins this one, you're on the clock. They cannot win another one.
It's as close to must win as you could get.
Yes, because like I like to take the rapid going into the game here, but I never want to be down two, but especially going into like especially a match point system, I need to be able to have some flexibility. Like, oh, Let's try something different. I'm not doing it this game. I'm doing like, hey, what works? And you need to do it fast.
Man, bringing back out that E4 again. I mean, it seems like they were so hesitant to actually have any mobility in the lobby, and that's always a concerning thing, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Yes. I mean, E4 is just one of those tanks that, like, it can do basically anything but spot.
I just, to me anyway, the way a lot of people run the E4 on proc is it's just going to have difficulties at this particular level. Whereas if you had something like a 268 or something of that nature, to me they end up doing a lot better.
I agree. And from there, let's go quickly. So AMD has a Cranvon, double i7, Murat, Leopard 1, T100 LT, and then one E4.
On the Slade side, we have a Chieftain, a 277, three IS7s, a Leopard 1, and a Grill 15. Looks like we're already staging up for that a really hard 789 line push. Uh, let's see how quickly we get a rotation
I
in.
would
Looks like
say
AMD is already
AMD.
kind of getting aggressive with those heavies.
I need them to be
Oh,
ready because if I'm AMD, I didn't spot any of those four heavy tanks, except now they do. If I'm these medium tanks, I'm gonna try to be as safe as I humanly can.
oh, this Leopard 1 and Murat are about to get absolutely dominated in this position. I mean, there's going to be a hard focus fire between all seven of these tanks on that location really quickly.
All right, and let's see what Slade decides to do. A lot of fire on the move, so Bubble Buddy is down to 1100. Let's see, Murat down to it's basically 1100 as well. So
Looks
Grill
like
bounces off the Leopard 1.
Slade is kind of opting to not really commit many of their guns to these mediums that's out behind him. That's very interesting.
Say, it looks like the Leopard is gonna. Looks like he just missed the other Leopard. But Murat does get taken out, so does. So both mediums from AMD does finally get taken out. Grill 15 down to 600. Leopard 1 down to basically full health. Slade down to 20 seconds left. E4 gets another good shell onto the I7. So
Looks like
again,
T100's just out of the game almost. Looks like he's rotating in now to help out this Kronbon with his chieftain, but I think it might be too little too late. This is going to be kind of already sealed in.
yeah, I was about to say hit points is towards AMD. This Grill 15 needs to get this gun into this game. These IS7s are just cresting and not getting punished. Leopard 1's not doing anything either. These IS7s, what was that? Oh, he shot the E4. Okay, so the E4 is spotted.
E4 down at a one shot. This chieftain should be going down to this T100 very soon since he's down at a one shot. This Leopard and Grill 15 are just going to be terrifying for the AMD side of the ball here as they're
I was about to
pushing these
say, this
IS7s
is
up.
when Slade takes back everything. Leopard 1 actually takes one from the IS7. But now, remember, Grill 15 does kill the E4 in the backside. So Leopard 1 still guns in the game. IS7s and the 277s kind of just doing their job. Takes out another IS7. So again, at first it looked like AMD was kind of in the advantage here. And then Slade just, the Grill 15 and Leopards doing their work now.
Looks
Uh,
like the T100 on the AMD side is, I mean, kind of lost in this game. You know, I've seen him kind of just out of the fight whenever he's needing to be up there. I mean, if he was able to go in there and kind of keep pressure on that Grill 15 or Leopard, you know, and kind of distract a little bit, they might have been able to win that fight down there.
yeah, I was about to say, the Leopard and the Grill kind of won him that game. And all the life tank
Absolutely.
needs to do is spot him. And then that E4 can do it, and the IS7s can deal with them as well. So I just think exactly what you're pointing out. Light tank was the key factor of AMD losing that game there, and that's just unfortunate. But here we are again. Really bad for AMD here going down to match point. And again, that's why I said here's the time to win, because on match point you have a lot of pressure on you. From AMD, we have Goku in the E4, one kill, just shy of 2300, a little bit assist. Watch for Riddick in the T100 LT, two kills, 2200 damage. Even though, like, I think that game could have been a little bit more pressure on him, he still did really good for a light tank. Sticky Buzz in the Cran, just shy of 2200. no kills. Mayhem and the Murat, 1 kill, just shy of 16,000 assists. Sauce and I7, 1400, just shy of 15. Bubble Buddy and the Leopard 1, just shy of 13 with 1,000 assists as well. And then Rugby and the I7, 1,000 damage, just shy of 11, and a little bit of assist.
Over on the Slade side, we got Bugsy the Cat in the Chieftain Mark 6 with 1 kill, 3,500 damage. Project Phantom in the 277 with a kill and 20, or actually 3,000 damage. Indian in the Leopard 1 with a kill and 2,900 damage. Sonama, I'm going to give up on that one actually. And the Grill 15 with 3 kills and 2,100 damage. Red Knight in the IS-7 with a kill and 1,900 damage. Monster in the IS-7 with 1,000 damage. And Mr. Squish being held out. I feel like I pronounce everybody's name different every time I say it for some reason.
Some
Probably because I
non-belating.
do.
That's what I'm going to say. That's his name. But again, really good game out of Slade. And for AMD, again, going into match point, let's try to. I'm not trying to say like put it out of the bag, but let's get some magic going, get this team back together, and let's go into tiebreaker here. You know, going into
Yeah, it's
finale, I don't want to get match pointed on. That's always bad. After you just get that rhythm going.
Oh yeah. I mean, looking at what they picked so far, it appears they're leaning heavily into what we were talking about last round of be mobile. That way they're able to really kind of take over map control. The question is, do they have the map knowledge to be able to make use of all this mobility?
Let's see. On attack, I'm liking this, except now they don't have anyone to kind of force a fight, right? Unless they're going to do like a sneaky play that I can see him doing, like you can force down to E5 and any tank that's kind of crossing with double Murat or try triple Murat, a tank gets deleted.
I mean, really and truly, this is just a you have to slow play this and then just assassinate somebody whenever they make a mistake. And if you do kind of anything outside of that, they're going to have a really hard time being able to actually stay in this game.
And I absolutely agree. Uh, DBV is a, I don't want to say
Oh,
sluggish, object 430.
you don't see that one in comp now, honestly, ever.
I was about to say, I just don't see that tank.
One of my favorites, honestly. It is a very, very fun public or pub game tank, but
All
man, I don't
right.
know if I would pick that quite in the comp scenario.
Yeah. But here we are again. Slade going into match point here. AMD's on that timer. Let's see if the pressure's on them or if AMD can like strengthen their forces and try to get another map onto this game. But here we are with Triple Murat, Leopard 1, 430, T100 LT, and the DBV.
All right, and then we got Chieftain Mark 6, a Super Conqueror, 279E, an IS-7 Murat, Leopard 1, and Grill 15 over on the Slade side.
All right, and I'm already getting pings. Looks like it's going to be a 1-2 play. Everyone from AMD.
All right, go ahead. I wow, that's
I mean, looking
having
at
that light of armor kind of all push up along that one line is a little bit concerning for me, isn't it?
it is very concerning, but T100 kind of spots exactly what you want to see. Right? You spot almost everyone from Slade, so that's good. Just don't play too aggressive here. Let's see.
I mean, if they could just nuke this leopard here, that would be absolutely pivotal.
All right, so I'm Slade here. I spot the Murat already going down the one lane. Spot him again. I'm gonna try my best. I'm taking these Super Conquerors down. I'm not pushing them up.
Absolutely not. I mean, kind of,
All right, so
they're
yeah, so
set
they
up
do know.
exactly what they
Yeah.
need to do.
So Super Conqueror need push down. I7 needs to be pushed down now, and looks like he does. He does get safe. Are they just gonna push now? Oh, yeah, no, that's not the play.
Ooh, I've made that exact push. Oh, especially not one at a time. If you kind of push everybody at the same time, you kind of could justify the bleeding. But oh man, it looks like Reddick just kind of throws himself at that chieftain at one shot.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I just don't see you pushing into that. Like, I understand,
Ooh, got a
you got to
damaged
make a
ammo
play.
rack on that Chieftain Mark 6. Are they going to be able to make the turret fly off? That's going to be the question.
So a really good punish though. Murat also going down to a possible two shot. T100 gets taken out, so now it's just a
Ooh.
5v7, or sorry, yeah, 5v7. Bucks me down to a one shot.
Murat also loses his ammo rack while on reload. Oh, and dies to a ram.
It's that, and Chieftain is still on a sliver of health. So this is looking like a domination from SLADE here.
Yeah, I think we could go ahead and return to garage almost at this point. I mean, we got a Murat that just rammed into that DBV and killed himself as well. I mean, we've seen two people kill themselves this match by ramming, right?
Yeah, and just going off of that, it's a 2v6, and I'm just gonna say, looks like SLADE has decided, all right, let's just play it safe, and you can see how that turned out for them. It is a 1v6, and SLADE is gonna win this league in a League 3, being Calamity's champion here once they kill this Leopard.
Dominant way to end it out, I guess.
I see Bubble Buddy, and looks
Oh,
like it does get taken out.
big hit there.
All right, update the score. All right. So again, it just seems SLADE was ready for Proc, and I just think if I don't know, like if I were to change a couple things, I like the push play, but once I knew no one was down to 1-2, especially with the light tank spotting it, I actually think I'm gonna play differently. Like
Uh,
key spotting with the light tank and key positions was probably just the downfall of AMD. Like SLADE, I just like they were in traditional spots.
Yeah,
I'll
they
be
kind of just
honest.
ran a lot of the old
Yep.
meta, and it just AMD tried to run different things. And you got to be able to push the meta forward. But the question is, what are you giving up to be able to try those new things? It seems like they just kind of ran too slow. I mean, for the most part, I mean their reactions to a lot of things were just inhibited by the speed that their tanks were going. Um, it really makes it difficult for you to play as a team whenever you have kind of slow tanks separated
Oh,
out like they've been having.
yeah. So we're going to round this one out here. From AMD, we have Red Chance 430, 1476, a little bit assist. Bubble Buddy and the Leopard 1, 1300. Rugby in the T100 LT, 1148, a little bit assist. Saucer 2 in the DBV, 1 kill, 1056. Goku in the Murat, 587 with a little bit assist. Watch for Mayhem Murat, 417. And then Riddick in the Murat with zeros across the board here.
Over on the Slade side, we have Indian and the Leopard 1, 2,600 damage. Bugsy and the Chiefs of Mark 6 with 2 kills, 2,300 damage, holding in there strong that last game. Sonomulating in the Grill 15 with a kill and 2,000 damage. Mitsubishi in the IS-7 with 2 kills, 1,700 damage. Valkyrie in the Super Conqueror with 1,700 damage. Red Knight in the 279E with a kill and 1,600 damage. And then Project Phantom in the Murat with a kill and 1,000 damage, rounding it out.
All right, and that was the League 3 Calamity Season 6. Congratulations for Slade for at first losing to AMD, but then coming back in the finale. Like, of course, Swiss we're talking about here. The first round to get the brackets going. Slade did lose to AMD, but then going up in the finale, saying, "All right, let's do this again," and proving them, hey, we're the champions now. And I want to say congratulations again. And unfortunate for AMD here. I think they had that big push right there after getting 3-0'd, and then I just think they couldn't get the momentum going again. That's sometimes it just happens.
Yeah, it's unfortunate the way that shook out, but I mean, it's one of those things that it is what it is.
Hmm.
We got entertaining games to say the least.
I agree. And again, just want to shout out. Let's go ahead. I don't. Let me see. It's this. in search of. And then what's your Twitch again?
I usually can be found over at the Valis official Twitch.
I got you. Yep. Give him a follow. Thanks again for joining me as well. And one more time, going to get the WCL tournament Tier 8 ELT. Season 4 is coming out June 22nd. Joined by this Discord link on the bottom left. It's going to be a blast. I'm going to try to participate and stream. So we'll see how that pans out here. And again, thank you again, Halo, for joining me today. And everyone else, thank y'all again for tuning in, and I'll catch y'all next time.